Viewers, ami khan sop manu dikhole parnsa Nagaland especially Dimapur de starting from July laga first start pra hi excessive flood hoigina manu loss ho laga aro do gor khan pura damage ho laga mi khan itu dikhole parshi itu nimide aji ekta inspection do Julishi itu do shikule DDMA laka advisory ngusito aro chief secretary Sri J Alambra initiate korigina different drainage system khan ge check korle jaise aro itu pichite relief came like wall forte aro Burma came aro different places kan de tan visit korle jaise aro itu inspection pichite ta khan yite DC court te ahigina press briefing dishe aro press briefing de ami han ge janai dishe ki ta khan 3 June life loss hua itu family khan ge hushugule do 4 lakhs each dishe guise aro to shikule itu 3 June mura laga ekta baba laga bacha do infant hua nimide itu infant de Sri J Alambra 1 lakh dishe guine amen ge du janai dishe ajila inspection kina jeshe aro press briefing kina jeshe amen video de ek bar sai lo
अब हम लोग क्या करना पड़ेगा यहाँ पर पकड़ेगा ना Back. Yeah. This is that sugar mill nala?
Yes, sugar mill nala. So last time it came up to that height, no?
Yeah.
Around 5 to 6 feet. Because all utilities are all there.
Over again as So this water is coming up to the runway?
After the runway, it's going to the, not runway, actually there is nala there. But our runway water doesn't flow through the side. No? We go beside the airport, runway, and go to our
But what is happening to that water resources project?
Rumbili. Some Rumbili is there.
What is the status of your project? Have they started anything on the ground? Lobi Bridge, they have started, she said.
I was told like work in progress. There was some land issue, I was told something like that.
I have specially taken up that project,
Yes, sir.
Yes. The Brahmaputra board. Yes. So they were kind enough to sanction that. But whether it is going on time or is it slow? Hello. So how, when will they complete? August 26. 26 or 25? 26. So any temporary measures you are taking?
Sir, now actually it's okay. Like last 2 days it was raining very heavy rain was there. So if that is there, then no way out. Only the timing of the village is not on the side. I think it's
Take the volume of the water.
We have done some exercising during the crash, no, last time.
right.
Last week.
We have done it. But that did not help.
No.
So actually every year annual maintenance of 6-7 lakhs water resources they have proposed into the water for cleaning the drains. That is not getting half of the capacity is
Check up. Something should be done, I think. Emergency basis, huh? Whatever sources, we should provide the fund. We'll do that, huh? Yeah.
खुदा विलेज जाने वाला भी है
Wall area.
Aman sir kan naik so yang ini lebih extension nah
Mau donasi dia? Itu anda ban dulu mana ada? Ada house itu 70.
70
Itu ni anak itu jadi non lokal. Itu tak tu makan council berapa?
Chemical via air đây là story dibeli TV ini mandi story dalam apa tu jadi ini jadi
What observations?
Start or shall I start? Okay.
I can give.
Good afternoon, everyone. Honorable Advisor of DDMA, DC Dimapur, Additional Secretary, Disaster, our Joint CEO and senior officers, and our friends from the media. Thank you very much for joining this press meeting. We wanted to do it after the meeting, but then Honorable Advisor has another engagement, so we have to report it. As we all know, Nagaland actually experienced unprecedented rains in the last 4 days, 4 or 5 days. And this kind of a weak weather event actually caused flash floods and loss of life, damage to property, and even our road connectivity, etc. was also hampered. So just to have a first-hand idea of what kind of landslides have taken place on Kohima Dimapur, which is the lifeline for our people, and to see the actual situation on the ground in the flood affected areas. Both of us decided to come here, although there are other important issues going on in Kohima, but then we thought it is necessary for us to come down because this is almost like a disaster, natural disaster. So we are here. As you all know, if you look at the rain data of the last 3 years, you see on the data is there with me on the 4th of July, 95.4 mm rain was there in Dimapur. On 5th, 92.4. On 6th July, 76.5. And on 8th July, 122 mm rain. So altogether, in the 5 days from 4th July to 8th July, almost like 400 mm of rain fell in Dimapur. I have the data of the previous 2 years also. It has never rained for more than 20 mm in 24 hours in Dimapur in the recent past during this period. In the last, in 2 months' time, June and July put together, the total rainfall in 2023 in Dimapur was 474 mm. And of course last year the rains were very low. So in 2 months' time the rains were 219 mm. But this year we are yet to, in the first week of July only, and we have had 661 mm of rainfall in Dimapur. So one can imagine that excessive rainfall is taking place this year, and as we all know, due to climate change, a lot of rain falls in a very short span of time, and that is the cause of many disasters, not only in Nagaland, in many other places also. It leads to flash floods and all that. So we have visited the entire this road stretch from Dimapur to Kohima. We have seen some of the vulnerable spots on the road. Although the NHIDCL and the concerned contractors are taking care of that, but in some portions it's quite worrisome. So we will go back to Kohima and then we will sit with the departments again to see how best we can deal with the emerging situation. As far as Dimapur is concerned, we have visited some relief camps and we have visited the low-lying areas where waterlogging and floods have taken place. Though water has receded a little bit now, but still people have told us that in some areas the water level had gone up quite high. So it's actually, as Chief Secretary, it is very rare for me to visit the spots physically. I depend on the reports of officers, departments like that. But then this time I thought I should go personally and see what exactly is the situation, so that whatever support is required from the state government, not only from the disaster side, but also from various other departments also, if any support is required, we should be able to provide. So with that intention we have come. I have seen and we have taken note of. We will further review it. Certain problems have been shared to us by the people of the area that also have been noted, and we will take further action as required. I now request our Honorable Advisor of NSDMA, Shri Vijay, to say a few words. After that, we may take your questions if there are any.
Thank you. A very good afternoon to you all. I'm really thankful to our Chief Secretary in spite of his busy schedule after Kohima. He has given all his side to come and see the sport. As we all are aware that because of the drastic changes in the global environment, the last 4-5 days there's unprecedented rains, and as I told in the hall that we haven't heard that flood-related casualty for the last so many years for Dimapur, but these times really unfortunate that the tree soil has been perished. Anyway, for me, I take it that it is a challenge for every one of us, and it has really awakened us. As our Chief Secretary was telling that we have visited the Walford area, then Vimelu area also. There, my personal observation is, earlier, it seems in the 90s, I don't know exactly, but they have made one drainage. That times, maybe the settlements, the colony is not that much, but now it is very small comparing the settlements of the vicinities, and it started, it seems, from Tiger, and it is chosen 4-5 colonies. Not only that, but you see like quite a good number of places there's a sealed in. So all those sealed in, I think we need a civic sense. If we could have removed regularly, somehow I think we can avert the damage. But still then, when we are there in the spot, DC was telling that the public used to send direct to this thing toilet or in the drainage, the toilet connections. So I think these things are going, and frankly speaking, we Nagas, we don't have much disciplines. So we used to dump whatever garbage is there in this thing, drainage. So now almost when we went to this Vimelu colony, the department was telling that it was I think 8 feet was being constructed, the height, but now almost all the beds are sealed. So these are the issues. So I want to request each and every person that we need to propagate about civic sense and discipline ourselves. And one thing is that the last so many years we don't have even a civic body, but recently under the leadership of our President Saint, that the civic body has already been set up. So now you see, like, if every one of us, if we pinpoint, if we look into the government, whatever government we can do, we will do. But if always we say that government, I think it is not help much. So the only thing is, my humble request to the colony members and the elected bodies, I think we need to take a serious business. Things you can see your own colony, what are the need and what you need to be done, and this has to be the price to the concerned authority. If we could have cleared that drainages in time, I think to some extent we can avert the huge damages. But now, as I said earlier, we are really thankful that this is the awakening point for us. So we need to take very serious for each one of us. Thank you.
Although it was a natural calamity, what has come to light is that it is more of a man-made disaster through land encroachment and poor waste management. So what can the government or the administration do or take measures for land encroachment and floor waste management.
Here, to some extent, you are right. Into encroachment and, maintenance, there may be some deficiencies in maintenance, and because of that, it's not able to deal with this kind of calamities. So in fact, a survey is already going on in Dimapur to identify all these vulnerable spots. And once the survey is completed, the government will take it up wherever it is possible to have, to take corrective measures. Some colony people actually told us that there is a requirement to, divert some of the drains. And then, of course, as the Honorable Advisor has mentioned, the drains are silted. So their capacity has gone down to a great extent. A drain which is supposed to have a depth of, say, 8 feet, it has a depth of only 4 feet. That means the capacity is only 50%. And similarly, since the drains are being used like, the funnels for garbage, etc. also, many places the smooth water flow is not there. And because of all these problems, the flooding is aggravated. So, once the survey is completed, I think we will come to know what kind of requirement is there and how it can be taken care of.
Funds are allocated for flood mitigation and management. So out of that, how much is actually spent on drainages? Is there any allocation for that?
See, that kind of data is not immediately available. Some portion, very small portion, is actually used for this kind of mitigation. But then we will give you the data from the department.
Another question. Since you have answered about the encroachment which my colleague has just asked about, and the survey will be conducted and will identify which areas. So when it comes to landowners, they don't want to part also. How strict is the government going to be? And if that also means upsetting certain people in terms of vote banks as well?
I think you have seen how certain encroachments have been removed recently in Dimapur. That airport problem, you are aware. So, of course, there was a long court battle, and after exhausting all the court options, the area was cleared. So, there actually we got full support of the community, various organizations, administration, government departments, everybody was together, and that is how we were successful. Now, here also, if the community support is there, then I'm sure the government can take care of this. Certain places, some acquisition, etc. may be required. In some places, there will be encroachment which has to be removed like that. So, it's not an insurmountable problem, in my view.
My question is for the NSDMA. Regarding the relief funds, not just for flood, but even other cases also, landslide, mudslide, and where people are affected.
we are hearing that the amount that comes is very meager, not enough to take care of the affected place or affected people. Is that true, and if it is so, why, sir, when it comes to the funds?
Actually, when it comes to the fund, the Ministry of Home Affairs has the set of norms ceiling. So you cannot go more than that. Now, if you really look at it in disaster, there are two things. One, we are looking at damage. When we look at the damage, it is known as the infrastructure or roads or drainages. But there is another side also, it's called loss. Today, when we went to the Dimapur colony, the woman was explaining that she does a floral business. And for the past these many days, I could not do that business. And that is called loss. So now when we really look at it, we have to really look at the two sides, damage and loss. So now disaster management side really comes as a small assistance to mitigate the loss. Then when we say damage is infrastructure building. So infrastructure building per se does not come directly to the disaster management purview. Even if we could gather some fund for the rebuilding or the mitigations, it goes through the departmental, infrastructural department concerns. Some assistance to the loss. I hope I'm answering your questions. And when it comes to infrastructure today, I think especially Dimapur, both government, community people, and all of us, when it comes to disaster, it affects everyone. Disaster has no color anymore. Tall fellow, short fellow, rich fellow, poor fellow, it affects everyone. So I think it's time that we need to really look at it. Dubai city was built for future ready resilient. But look at it last year. Dubai was flooded. Therefore, it is time for Dimapur, especially the commercial hub of Nagaland. We need to build any infrastructure that we are taking up with the philosophy of disaster, future resilient. We have to build today for another 100 years. Our honorable advisor has already said, and our chief secretary has also said, the infrastructure that has built was maybe 90 years ago, or maybe during 90s. But for today, unprecedented extreme weather events, this infrastructure is not ready for that kind of unprecedented. So what we're building now, we need to look at future ready infrastructure from now to 100 years. And for the assistance, I think we have extended 3 ex gratia. We're very sorry for the loss, especially that one family, very young father, left behind I think 3 months or 4 months old daughter. We are very sorry for the loss, and even our chief secretary, our honorable advisors, they have extended the ex gratia. Now what we say, there is as per the ceiling of the Ministry of Home Affairs norms, 4 lakhs. Thank you.
Sir, every year flood situation in Dimapur is a really operating situation, either because of natural calamities or man-made disaster. So what were the preparedness of the government, Nagaland State Disaster Management, District Administration and DMC to sensitize and to address the issue for everlasting solution? And my second question is, as far as the source, we have received an information that like 4 to 5 houses was washed away due to ongoing flash flood at City March. And I'm very sure the TC of Jammu and the EAC are well aware of this situation, and they have handed over rupees amount of 10,000 as a relief fund to the affected families last year. So in this situation, how the government is going to assist the flood affected families?
concerned, like we have not received any damage as such, but we are assisting the damages caused by the flood in collaboration with councillors, DUCCF, GPs. So at this present juncture, we could not assist the overall of Dimapur district, but we are working on it and will be submitting the report to the government as such. As of now, like we said, it's the fatality is the 3% who died, unfortunately. And other than that, whoever has been stranded, we have already evacuated total 914 individuals, including handicapped, old, and sick persons. Since sir is also leaving for Delhi, so I think we have DDMA meeting, so everyone here. Thank you.